angel fly within my life, beside me in all I do.
Hi, beautiful people. I'm Anna Grace Taylor, and welcome to your weekly angel reading for May 4th through to the 10th. I'm going to be using the Angel Tarot cards by my friend Radleigh Valentine. So let's see what the angels have to say, first of all, for Monday and Tuesday. All right, so here we go. For the first card is Ego, Archangel Jophiel, and it says a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. So Jophiel's name means beauty of God, and she is extremely helpful for uplifting us if we are finding ourselves stuck in fear. That does not mean we have to be peaceful and joyful and feel beautiful every moment of every day, but what it does mean is being mindful of how we may be being stuck in fear, how we're letting fear rule our lives, rule our choices. So if you are feeling overwhelmed or panicky, if you are feeling kind of like your thoughts are getting out of control, step back and do things that you know are going to uplift you as you begin the week. Make sure that you choose things that you know are good for your mental health and your emotional health. If you do feel like you want to surround yourself with particular experiences. Maybe it's like going outside and smelling the flowers, or, talking to a particular person on the phone or on the computer. We don't have all of our choices right now because a lot of us are in lockdown and we can't do all of the things that we're used to doing, but we can make other choices that feel more empowering to us. So as you begin the week, notice where you might be listening to the voice of fear to a point where it's just overtaking everything. Okay, and then we have another major arcana card with the Archangel Jeremiel. This time Jeremiel is beautiful in helping us to look at things, review things, evaluate things, just as this card says, review and evaluate, a favourable assessment of the facts, time to move in a new direction. So it could be that, depending on where you are in the world, that we receive new information that supports us in knowing where we are moving forward. But even on a personal level, it's again really important to look at what is working for you at this time and what's not working for you. Are there changes that you can make to your day-to-day experience, to the way that you are choosing to perhaps work or perhaps be with your children? Are there ways that you can shift your perspective so that there is like a feeling of relief for everyone around you? Jeremiel is also a beautiful angel for forgiveness and for helping us to release the past. So if you're finding that lots of emotional things are coming up at this time, which they are, believe me, it's a great time to kind of go, okay, this is a memory, or this is an experience that's come up for me while we're being quiet or while we're in stress, even during this coronavirus time. This is an time for me not to, again, beat myself up for feeling emotional or feeling afraid, but looking at perhaps where that comes from so that I can get some extra support, looking at how I can move forward in my own journey, even in this time when we feel more limited. Okay, so Jeremiel is a beautiful angel to help you to do that too. And wow, this is the third Archangel and the third major arcana card out of a card deck full of 78 cards, and once again it's Jophiel. So not only do we have Jophiel at the beginning of the week, at the end of the week she's actually showing us the opposite experience that we talked about just now, which is happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans, on the right path. So what this says to me is that this week is a real opportunity for us to look very honestly at how we're feeling, what changes we can make, what experiences that are serving us versus not serving us, and how we can actually feel like, even though we aren't in control of all sorts of things right now, but when are we? In fact, I spoke about that in my newsletter last week, that this is also a reminder that we can still move ahead and make choices that are right for us. So this does feel like a recurring theme right now. There's so much talk about choice, there's so much talk about freedom, and we often feel like at these times that that's being taken from us. But actually, Jophiel is saying, what can you do to empower you even despite all of the things that are going on? And that we may feel a shift this week in being able to use our emotions to propel us forward, to show us what is really important to us. Okay, so again, it feels a little bit of a similar message, just said in a slightly different way. But if you're going to call on an archangel at any point this week, I would definitely make it Archangel Jophiel. She's one of my favourites, and I have to say, if I've been feeling a little bit low, sad or fearful, Jophiel is always the one I ask to help me to feel better. She's really vibrant and bright. She's very much a cheerleader for all of us. She can be often seen as this yellow in the wings in her card, and also a fuchsia bright pink. So either colour to me reminds me of vibrancy and making me smile. So whatever works for you is perfect, but Jophiel's presence is definitely with us this week. And remember to be your own friend, to be kind to yourself. Are you thinking thoughts that are going to send you into a spiral before you've even started your day? Are you also not beating yourself up for having an emotional day? Because remember, there's nothing wrong with our emotions. It's more how we feel about them and the shame that we get into about experiencing them. So being aware of your fear so that you can help yourself and support yourself just like you would a friend, but also knowing that you don't have to be some sort of superhuman without that either. Okay, so sending you tons and tons of love. If you are having a particularly emotional time, if this time is bringing up a lot for you and you would like some support in healing or empowering yourself, perhaps you'd like to make some changes but you don't quite know how to, or maybe you just like a big loving angelic hug, I would love to support you in that. You can contact me at annagracetaylor.com and you'll find details of my 1 hour or 30-minute sessions. And as I said last week, I'm also offering 25% off sessions at the moment. So if you feel like this is a great time for you to get some extra support, then I would love to help you. Sending you much love.